To hold the rod, you want to start with a nice firm fist-like grip, with your thumb directly on top of the rod parallel with your rod tip. I like to hold this rod quite close to the reel. This is because the reel is quite heavy, so holding the rod closer to the reel makes the whole setup feel more balanced. A great tip for holding the rod is to tuck the butt of the rod into your sleeve. This helps prevent play in your wrist when casting. This allows you to keep much more energy in the line when casting. It also makes it easier to pick your line up off the water. Find a nice flat open area to begin practicing your casting. I'd recommend wearing a hat and glasses when just starting, especially when you're using hooks. To start with, pull out about a rod length of fly line. Have your rod pointed towards the floor between a 4 and 5 o'clock position. This will give you plenty of room to pull the line up behind you. If you have any loose line, pinch the line on your rod with your index finger to stop it flying out. Now in one smooth motion using your arm, not your wrist, go from 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock behind you. Now when you feel the rod tip pull back behind you a little bit, is when you push back forward with the rod to the 3 o'clock position. Allow the line to shoot out and rest on the water surface, and then re-rest your rod back to the 4 o'clock position. When doing a false cast, which is where you keep the line up in the air, you want to go back to 10 as usual, but when you come forward, stop at 2, wait to feel the load in the line on the rod tip or a slight pull in the rod tip, and then go back to 10 again, and repeat until you want to let the line go out onto the water. When you want to let out more line when you're casting, release your index finger at the 10 o'clock position whilst having some loose line hanging down from the spool. As you become familiar with the basics of the overhead cast, you can begin to implement a few techniques that will overall improve your cast. The best way to improve your cast is to hold your hand away from the rod while still gripping the line, to improve the amount of tension in the line when lifting up for a cast, or when false casting to allow line to go out. Begin by holding the line in your hand down by your hip on your non-dominant side, or the side you don't cast with. Hold it there still when you go up for a cast. You'll notice this will pull more tension in the line. You can also use this to help you get out more line. Just let go of the line at the 2 o'clock position like before and let it fly out. Like most things, practice makes perfect. So go out, practice these techniques as often as you can, and watch your skills develop over time. Hopefully you'll have a little bit more luck than I had today. Thank you for watching.